that skydiving experience, that's kind of where things really changed for me. Part 2 of unpacking my migraine history. Although I had been struggling with migraines ever since I was like 12, I didn't ever have the dizziness aspect of it till right before my 18th birthday. So a few months before my birthday, this was probably in August, I started to just feel really dizzy. Then I flew to California to visit family, and it was just not normal. I had never felt dizzy before. I just felt like constantly motion sick. So I was trying to do this little, like, I think it's called the Epley maneuver or something, where you do like specific like head movements that are supposed to like balance your ear crystals. I just kept doing that little maneuver when I felt really dizzy, and then I decided that I wanted to see a specialist. My birthday rolls around, and me and my best friend, our birthdays are 2 days apart, and we always wanted to go skydiving, so we were like, let's do it for our 18th birthday. Like, that's iconic. We went skydiving, and I'm so glad that I did it, because now I know that I would never be able to do it again. Because after that really changed things for me. I don't regret it, but it really did change things. I think the pressure change was just too much too quick, because I jumped out of the plane, and obviously your ears are gonna pop. I felt so dizzy, and I was like screaming like, oh my gosh, ah, and then I was like, okay, and then it got to a point where I was like, okay, I'm gonna throw up, like, I'm so dizzy right now. And then we landed, and once I hit the ground, the pressure would not equalize for probably like 4 hours afterwards. Like, my best friend came over to me because she landed right before me, and she came over and she was like, how was it? And I was literally like screaming because I could not hear anything. Like, neither of my ears would pop. And it got to the point where like 30 minutes later, like, we were like getting the harness and stuff off, and like getting our pictures and stuff, and I was still like screaming, and she was like, okay, like, it's okay, like, we can hear you. And I was like, oh, am I not talking at a normal level? And she was like, no. And so I was like, okay, my ears just haven't popped. And so we went home, and they still didn't pop, and then they did end up popping, but it wasn't like normal. And so after that skydiving experience, that's kind of where things really changed for me. And so on top of the migraines, the dizziness was kind of just constant from there. And so I started getting treatment for my vestibular migraine. I haven't had dizziness that bad, so obviously it was just like really bad untreated dizziness. And now dizziness is not my main symptom, it's head pain. I think that skydiving was just the main turning point for me, where it really went from just like chronic migraine to vestibular migraine, because it had that dizziness aspect. So like I said, I saw my primary care doctor. She referred me to an ENT, and from there, the ENT started doing some tests. Follow for part 3.